Bonjour à toutes et à tous, bienvenue au NFT Morning. Nous sommes aujourd'hui le 2 février 2026. C'est John qui vous parle, je suis avec mon cher Rem. Comment vas-tu mon cher Rem?
Écoute, ça va, c'est voilà.
Alors,
C'est
quand
pas la
même.
room spéciale news, mais il y a beaucoup à dire, voilà.
Eh ben, écoute, c'est un plaisir de t'avoir. C'est un plaisir d'être avec toi aujourd'hui. C'est pas la spéciale news, mais quand même, voilà. On a une semaine, en effet, où les cryptos crashent, quoi, pour faire simple. Bitcoin à 76 000, Ethereum à 2200 dollars, Solana qui est presque en dessous des 100 ou qui les frôle. Mais c'est une semaine un peu spéciale, mon cher Rem, parce que c'est nous, finalement, on est au-delà de tout ça. On est dans le monde de l'art, on est dans le monde justement. Et donc cette semaine, en fait, devait être la semaine du feu NFT Paris. On en a parlé déjà, évidemment. Il y a eu cette annonce qui a été faite il y a un mois, justement, un mois avant l'événement, sur l'annulation surprenante de NFT Paris. Et en fait, suite à cette annonce, on s'est rendu compte que NFT Paris est mort, mais vive NFT Paris, j'ai envie de dire. Et donc, on a beaucoup de choses qui se passent cette semaine à Paris. On avait beaucoup de gens qui avaient prévu d'aller à Paris, et donc, eh bien, on va passer une bonne semaine à Paris. Moi, je serai là personnellement aussi à partir de mercredi. Et pour en parler justement, on a avec nous la chance d'avoir Sébastien Borget et Payao de Adverse. Hello Seb.
Salut.
Hello. Salut.
Alors voilà, et tout de suite pour vous mettre dans le vif du sujet, Seb, je vous invite à aller regarder ses posts sur LinkedIn et sur Twitter parce qu'il y a un programme, c'est une conférence carrément qui a lieu avec j'ai envie de dire une vingtaine d'intervenants, mais vous allez rentrer un peu dans le sujet sur justement le monde de l'art. Et ça se passe, Seb, juste pour dire, c'est ce mercredi, c'est ça ?
C'est ça, mercredi à partir de 14h et jusqu'à 22h, un programme assez complet avec plusieurs panels et une keynote, ainsi qu'une présentation de notre collection privée d'art qui sera menée par Grida. Et en soirée, cocktail, petit four et DJ mix musical. Donc, on va essayer de perpétuer l'esprit de NFT Paris sans prétendre être une conférence complète. Ça reste un mini-événement.
Oui, je me suis enflammé évidemment, mais j'aime m'enflammer aussi. Mais malgré tout, on va revenir dessus. Mais il se passe donc, ça se passe donc le mercredi 4 février. And Payao, how are you, Payao?
Hello, John.
Voilà, we switch to English. We will do Franglish. This room will be in Franglish this morning. So Payao, just to know, so on Wednesday we have this full day organized by Adverse, but a few more things may happen also this week in Adverse.
Yes. So Wednesday we have the open day. In the afternoon, it's mainly like talks, panels, and people come and explore the different topics. And then at the same time, we are going to put the new exhibition of the private collection of Seb and Artur, who are the two co-founders of Artverse. So in the evening, people can enjoy the exhibition, and there will be DJ, there will be food and drinks, etc. And that's for Wednesday. And then from Thursday to Saturday, it's a 3-day art event that is co-organized by Exchange Art, which was acquired by Bonks, and the Milo Art, which is another art platform on the Solana blockchain. So they're going to do a 3-day exhibition called Interlast, and every day there is one exhibition on the physical floor and another one on the digital floor. So Artverse is the ground floor is basically for the physical art, and then the basement is for the digital art. And
okay.
And then every day they're
okay. It's a nice introduction. We can see the full week. So day on Wednesday, so organized by you and Adverse, and all this conference plus party in the evening, and then the Art on Solana. I will call it Art on Solana, even if I think they have another thing to mention that from Thursday to Saturday. But, we have much more people, et nous avons bien plus de personnes dans cette room. On a la chance d'avoir avec nous ce matin, qui est venu aussi au pied levé, Jonas Seban de Danae. Hello Jonas.
Hello, bonjour John, bonjour Rémi, bonjour à tous. Salut Sébastien, salut PIO. How are you?
Salut Jonas.
Hello.
Hey, good to have you. Merci d'être avec nous.
Merci à vous pour l'invitation. Ça me fait très plaisir de vous voir en cette belle semaine qui commence.
Oui, cette belle semaine ensoleillée, voilà. Et on est là, en effet. Il y a c'est ça. Les news sur Internet sont un peu plombantes en ce moment.
Ouais, mais bon, faut pas s'y fier, tu vois. Il faut passer au-delà de ça.
Mais on passe au-delà de exactement. Et on est là le matin, le lundi matin, en forme. Il n'y a pas d'histoire de Bitcoin, il n'y a pas
exactement.
On n'est pas dans les fichiers d'Epstein. Tout va bien. Donc,
encore.
Donc simplement, donc vas-y, Jonas. Donc alors on a la chance de vous recevoir souvent donc dans la team.
Ouais, merci beaucoup d'ailleurs
de Danae. Et donc Danae, rappelle-nous, vous avez prévu aussi quoi cette semaine?
Alors, c'est une semaine évidemment, vous disiez un peu particulière parce qu'effectivement, on devait avoir l'NFT Paris. Finalement, ça ne se passe pas, mais c'est pas grave. Il y a un beau programme présenté par Sébastien effectivement à Harvard. Et nous, chez Danae, on a aussi un événement qui se tiendra le jeudi 5 février au soir, qui est un événement un peu particulier parce qu'en fait, on a la chance et l'honneur d'accueillir dans notre équipe Marlène Corbin, qui va donc être la directrice des curations, donc qui va s'occuper de toute notre programmation sur la présentation des artistes, des expositions pendant tout 2026. Donc on est évidemment hyper ravis, hyper heureux aussi de pouvoir travailler avec Marlène de manière beaucoup plus proche. Pour rappel, Marlène travaillait précédemment avec la collection. Et donc voilà, on va essayer de perpétuer le travail engagé auparavant par Marlène. Elle a une vision, elle a vraiment elle travaille vraiment au contact des artistes et pour les artistes. Donc ça, c'est hyper intéressant de pouvoir justement nous aussi travailler cette approche très artistique, très très curatée, avec des choix vraiment hyper pertinent. Donc voilà, on va officiellement présenter Marlène jeudi soir lors d'un événement qui est assez restreint. C'est quelque chose d'assez, je dirais, en petit comité. En revanche, évidemment, si il y a des gens qui nous écoutent aujourd'hui et qui seraient potentiellement intéressés pour venir rencontrer Marlène et venir discuter avec nous jeudi soir, ils sont évidemment les bienvenus. Ils ont juste à nous envoyer un petit message sur X ou sur Insta, et on se fera évidemment un grand plaisir de les accueillir.
Eh ben, très bien. Donc voilà, opening, arrivée de Marlène.
Exactement, avec évidemment une curation une présentation d'artistes qui se fera dans notre espace. On a, vous le savez, des écrans pour présenter les œuvres digitales. Et donc, Marlène, en ce sens, a préparé une très belle curation avec des artistes hyper intéressants, à la pratique vraiment pointue. Donc, on sera, en plus de ce temps d'échange et de ce temps un peu de partage, cocktail, etc., il y aura aussi une présentation avec des œuvres digitales, évidemment, et toute une explication autour de ces œuvres. Voilà.
Très bien, donc une curation spéciale. Et last but not least, we have the chance to have with us this morning Lucas, and sorry. So Lucas aka Vandalo Akas Runes. How are you, Vandalo? Nice to see you.
Bonjour.
Hey, in French
Hello.
also. So, Vandalo, I think, actually, we didn't have so many chances to have you in the NFT morning. Can you tell me, Roman, is it the first time you're coming? I cannot believe this.
I think so. I mean, I have been on the show. You just don't know it because you invited Pauline Fayef, and I was right next to her. So I was informally on stream off camera, but this is my first time. Yeah.
That's amazing to have you. So just, and maybe we'll start to dig a bit more with you also, as actually it's your first time here. So you are organizing a show at the Avant Galerie Vossen. And so can you tell us a bit more about when it's opening and what's going to happen there?
Yeah, it's gonna be opening on Wednesday at 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. and it's gonna be open until the 20th of February. It's my first gallery solo show after many exhibitions that I did for this project called Dark Tales. And to say it as briefly as possible, is essentially a project about trying to understand what happens when a work of literature doesn't have to be static anymore and can be presented in a multimedia form, and this multimedia form can be produced not by a single artist, but essentially by a swarm of different agents, each one covering a different role. So it's like every page of the book becomes a different agent, and the book manifests itself in different ways. And the final challenge is, so far, readers have been the only ones able to interpret a book. So you read the book and you interpret it. What happens when the book can interpret the readers and then network the readers? So that's the challenge that I'm trying to do. And if you come and see, I will be able to explain more.
Okay,
Cool.
I think, I think it's okay. And this is what I like also with you. You are, always, questioning technology, and you are really hands-on also in the way you're doing the curation. Just to understand a bit more, is it like what can we expect in terms of what can we expect? I mean, you came with a collective of artists, or what is
No, it's so it almost feels like a collective of artists. No, but it's only me. Avant Galerie Vossen asked me something like 5 different pieces. Like I have 5 different installations inside of the gallery, and they're mostly like web programs that are AI agent driven. If you don't know my literature experiments, I write about existential literature. Specifically existential literature in the frame of artificial intelligence, meaning specifically I wrap all the themes about artificial intelligence within stories of myth, folklore, cult, occult. So I never really speak about AI directly. I just wrap that type of storytelling within other type of narrative devices. And so the gallery itself is going to be Guillermo del Toro Cabinet of Curiosities, essentially. And there is a gallerist who's a brain inside of a jar with 2 eyes, who's a voice agent, who has like full training on everything that's exhibited. So you will be able to speak with this digital gallerist, this morbid digital gallerist. There is 300 paintings with ghosts inside that generate memories that you can collect and suggest. The experiment there is if identity is memory, and if a ghost is grief, and if we can change memories, then can we alter an identity to make it lose that grief? There is I don't want to spoil everything. There is a TV stack with an interactive program inside that's gonna be stealing you, essentially. And
stealing
then
you, like stealing your
I don't want to
identity?
spoil. I don't want to spoil, Joe. I don't want to spoil.
Okay, don't spoil. No, but I think it's an interesting topic because we're just in the week where everybody's been talking about the Malt book. I don't know what is, so of course, I think everybody followed this topic on the Reddit for AI agents, basically, with all this phantasmagoric, also all this, some things are real, some things are fake, of course. But, and actually all my timeline now is full of people just vibe coding on Cloudboat and getting their agent doing being their assistant and buying a computer to handle their life, basically. So I think, I believe, of course, with you, how do you position the exhibition? Is it connected with this context or not?
Yeah, so it is on the theme of autonomous agents, right? So this is an issue that I had to tackle multiple times, because in Web3, a lot of people have a lot of hype about the theme of autonomy, right? So my exhibition talks a lot about the concept of autonomy for machines, but also autonomy for humans. In the specific case, I haven't made my project fully autonomous, just because it is my statement about the role between AI agents and the human artist. So a lot of the processes are autonomous, but most of the processes, especially from the collection of the training data and the fine tuning and the adjustment and the system prompting, that is still very much human driven for me. But ultimately, if you see the full opus, the full corpus of my work when you come to the gallery, you will start to notice that the framework and infrastructure of a fully autonomous gallery, like a fully autonomous literature project that keeps collecting data and keeps managing the data, elaborating it into different programs, it's there. So I built the infrastructure. The moment that I will make it fully autonomous is only when after working on it, I will be very satisfied about the autonomous results. Until then, I need to be present, else I'm not satisfied, because else it's not my book, it's not my story, you know?
I see. I think it's yeah, I can't wait to see how it looks like, because I know, okay, we've been talking a lot, the last few years together, and I saw many things you've been doing. You have a background in, you're organizing a lot of neo art event, basically in different area, but especially in Italy, and you have your event also that will happen in Roma in July, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I've been producing digital art and new media art exhibitions for the past 4 years and a half, especially in Italy. And after many years, I finally decided to just focus on Rome and do one activation a year. And in July, from July 6th to July 12th, we're gonna start edition 0 of Rome New Media Week in collaboration with the Rome municipality. And we have already a first round of investors, and we are already working on a 3-year plan. So it's going to be definitely exciting to start doing some more serious new media art activations. It's not only Web3. Maybe many of you have heard about touch designers, so like interaction design. And like there is all the field of generative AI media. So we have a lot of that as well. So it's Web3 also, but there's a lot of other digital art communities that we decided to involve.
Okay, cool. And so just, are you already in Paris?
Yeah. Where is it? You should be able to see it. No. Oh, rien de rien, je ne regrette rien. I don't know if you could see it. There was a lot of sun.
Oh, amazing view, huh?
This is not my home.
Nice.
It's the house of the galleries.
That's amazing. No, okay, cool. No, thank you, Vandalo. And have you, because I will ask, because we started this. Actually, we start kind of using this show also to create a small agenda of what's gonna happen this week, and we will try to publish also just a mini visual agenda based on this. Have you noticed that there are other things that you want to see in Paris this week, Vandalo?
But for sure, the Dana event with Marlene messaged me a few days before coming, and she was like, Luca, you have to come to my event. And I was like, listen, I'll do my best. I'm trying to make sure the gallery works, but Pauline will come. So I already spoke with my girlfriend. She's going to be there. She and Marlene, they know each other. They love each other. I really hope they work together eventually. So that one I'm super excited for. And there is Simbad with Wait and Hope Foundation also at Avant Gallery, no? Not Avant Gallery, sorry, Artverse. I know you guys are doing the show with Mallo and Exchange Art, but I saw Simbad advertising it. He's a good friend, so I think he's involved somehow. So very happy to come and support him too. Yeah.
Yes, Seb, you're on mute, Seb. 1 second.
We have a program on the 4th, but we also have events happening on the 5th, 6th, and 7th, together with banks, and will feature several artists and curation as well. So everything you can follow on our social media and Luma to register. It's going to be a very cultural week, hopefully. Like, we compensate the market, the absence of NFT Paris with culture in France.
That's really cool. And so, maybe actually, as Seb, you started to talk also, maybe you can talk a bit more. So I think we have the good vision, this event on the Wednesday that is by Adverse, really like you are doing the curation of the day, basically. And then, Thursday to Saturday, it's more like a bonk with Adverse, basically. So they are doing their own show and their own curation and presenting this on their side. So I believe you have more understanding and visibility, of course, of the show that you are bringing on Wednesday. Maybe you can tell us more, or maybe you or Payau, what's going to happen on Wednesday exactly.
So I would say what Greta told me. I'm just a translator of what Greta told me before. So what is going to happen is actually on the digital floor, like on the basement. So the digital art exhibition is going to be a special exhibition of Korean digital artists. There are going to be 16 Korean digital artists in total, and that is because it's very soon the Lunar New Year. It's February 17th. It's a new year for China, for Korea, for Singapore, and many Asian countries. So Greta is doing something special to celebrate this occasion. And then on the ground floor, it's going to be, we're going to put out again some exhibitions that we have done in the past, some artworks that we have already showcased in the past. So it's kind of going to be like a retrospective of artworks. And then on the first floor, Greta is going to make the curation of the new exhibition of the private collection of Seb and artwork. So usually, like when Artverse is doing events, we only use like ground floor and the basement. But this time, we're going to open like all the 3 floors.
The VIP area, kind of. Okay, so basically, for people who haven't visited, so you have the basement, the underground, basically, where so you will have this. So it's kind of, coming back to preset to different curations that already happened. It's kind of a summary of different curation that already happened at Adverse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yes, Seb, please. Yes.
Sorry, it automatically mutes. It looks so. Yes, sorry. This will be on the program. Like, basically, we wanted to touch a little bit about like the current topic again around culture. So we'll touch about gaming, obviously. We'll look about films and Web3, and we'll also look a bit at financing and privacy around the core topic. And on the curation, for some of you who have been a long time in the space, you might remember when we opened actually Artverse about 2 years and a half. Like, our very first event was already a private tour of digital art from my collection. And it's a little bit a refresh on this. So like, what are the new pieces we acquired since then, etc. So on one side, we'll be featuring, of course, some artists that went to Artverse because I acquired some of their work, but you will probably find as well new things you've never seen about before. So it's always great to keep discovering new digital artists, new talents in the space. I think NFT Paris really played that role for as many years that the conference existed. It connected and positioned Paris as the capital of culture in the space. And we hope we can continue that at a smaller scale.
Super cool. And so we'll have the chance. So yeah, I can't wait. Actually, I can't wait to see also Greta's curation on Korean artists, because she's basically the one to meet to, of course, discover Korean artists, and she's even followed by most of the Korean artist scene for the curations she's doing. So yeah, I can't wait to see how it will look like. And so yeah, your personal collection, of course, the first floor of Adverse, Seb, and Arthur. I had the chance to have some sneak peeks sometime, and it's a crazy collection. Actually, it's really it starts to become a small museum. It's really like something really cool. So and there are really a lot of artists and a lot of pieces that we had the chance to talk about the last few years at the NFT morning. So I think it will be super cool. And in the same time, you will have panels happening all along the day. PAO.
Yes, sir.
So basically, it's like from 3 p.m. to 6 or 7 or 8 or something like this.
No. We're not going to talk 5 hours in a row,
Yeah.
John.
Okay, cool.
It's something like from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So 2.5 hours.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, good timing. So we can do the panel in the afternoon, then go to the, for example, avant-gallery opening, then coming back to the. Actually, everything is in the same area, so this is what is cool. It's basically a 5-minute walk, and so then you can go back to Albers, for the party side. Exactly, for the party side. And on Thursday, for some of you, if it makes sense, and if you DM'd Jonas, go to the Danae gallery to meet all the team and meet Marlene. Exactly. You
And
you
don't hesitate. Feel
what?
completely free to reach. No, I'm just saying that you feel completely free to reach us and to send us a DM, and then of course, so it sounds a bit private at the beginning, but it's obviously if you want to be there and if you want to meet everyone, just feel completely free to reach us, and we will be more than happy to have you in the gallery.
Okay, cool. And so when you have more information also about the, I can't wait actually to go and see the curation that Marlene is working on also in the gallery. Maybe you have some few.
Of course, I can give you some names. Of course, I can give you some names. So it's gonna be there's gonna be 5 artists. So of course, we're gonna present a piece of art of Louis-Paul Caron. You know him very well. He's a very young and very cool artist. So we are very happy to present him. Clément Morin as well. Benjamin Bardou, Ivan Atto. Yes, When New Atelier as well. They're all going to be presented. So it's going to be a very, very cool and very intense curation. So they're all going to be present during the cocktail. And of course, Marlene will be there to explain the art and to. It's gonna be if I may, it's gonna be like a small échantillon, a small sample of what the year's gonna be for us in 2026. So we are trying to organize right now the all the programmation for 2026. So it's gonna be, of course, in situ in the Danae location space in 17 rue du Boulois, in the first arrondissement. And then, of course, it's going to be we're going to present as well some artists in a lot of fair during all the year.
Nice.
In Europe and in more internationally as well. So we will let you know, and of course we will we will keep you in the loop, everyone, to see what we're going to do. But it's going to be an interesting 2026 for sure. Okay. For sure, if I may.
Nice. Okay, cool. So, and it's also summarizing, the key artists you've been working on and the one you will go ahead with. So for next year, so I think it's interesting.
Exactly.
I wanted to go back also just to you, Vandalo, as you are also the artist actually in this room this morning. So you've been collaborating with Caroline and Albertine from Avant Gallery. Just wanted to know how the collaboration started. How did you get this idea of working together?
So first of all, I have to say they are such a sweet team. They're so kind and amazing. At least to me, I don't know how they act with other people. With me, they're delicious people. So yeah, I mean, every time I came to Paris for NFT Paris or Photo Fair, I always look around for alternative shows, other scenes, especially for digital art, and they always had some interesting programming. The first time I went to their place, imagine this, I was a big fan of Robness. It was 2 years ago, and they were doing a show with the Verse, the poetry collective. And Robness did a collaboration. I think it was with a poet that the Verse found, and he created a visual piece for this piece of poem. And I mean, those were all my heroes in one gallery. So I was like, oh my god, this is incredible! Like, such a great idea. Um, they did the Felix show where he presented Cypher Dude. So I kept coming to this gallery thinking they are throwing some of the most interesting and legit shows. They did the Stella Bell show, I think, last year. So I mean, they've been representing a lot of the OGs that we don't see around as much sometimes, which is truly sad to me, and it's really representative of how the new big players in Web3 maybe don't really know their crypto art history sometimes, or maybe they're not fully aligned with the values of what crypto art standard to be, and instead I see Avant Galerie as a place where they know it, they know their history, they've been part of it, they've been representing it, and I think 1 year ago I was there for one more event, and I just went to them and I said, hey, listen, like, you like weird things, I do weird things. I just released a collection of haunted paintings, and maybe you would like it. And then 1 year later, after technically I paused the haunted paintings to focus on Dark Tales, they reached back to me and they were like, oh, Luca, listen, we've been thinking we would love to do the haunted painting show. And I was like, no, but now I'm doing Dark Tales. Now it's more focused on literature. I will plan to bring back the haunted paintings, but I need more time. I need to build all the new custom smart contracts. I need to rebuild the agent, think of the logic. And they were like, no, Luca, we don't do the show unless you have the haunted paintings. I was like, fuck. So I literally had to, on top of all my production schedule, add all the production to essentially design, produce, test all the new Tezos smart contracts. By the way, I think it's the first time that an AI agent on Tezos generates and automatically mints and lists its own tokens. It's not the usual AI agent where, it's like, oh, I'm an artificial artist, here's my artwork. No, no, I don't like that at all. Instead, this idea of the haunted paintings, and each painting is a ghost, each ghost is an agent. Each ghost is a piece of literature that I wrote, and then essentially they keep generating memories, and that's the way that you read the literature, not by reading my text, but by reading the output of the training data, which is my text. And so yeah, they output these memories, automatically mint them and list them. So yeah, I've been working for 6 months with them right now. Just because the demand, we didn't realize how much it was, because everything I was showing them that was in progress, they were like, we want that, we want that, we want that, you need to bring this. I was like, at the end we ended up with 5 installations and me losing my mind trying to make everything in time, but we did. So
Yeah, I know you, and I can imagine how much you put into this exhibition. So I can't wait to see it. And also, also I think it's interesting. I wanted to say something. Sorry, I don't remember, but it's okay. It's okay, and I believe that's something. This kind of show that are asking questions also, and providing something experiential when you can play a bit with the agent. I think it's going to be very interesting. I just wanted to see Rem. I know
Ouais.
that you had some questions.
Non, j'ai plein de trucs à dire. Bah, alors déjà, avant tout, je voulais quand même, c'est une room sans NFT Paris, mais je voulais quand même rendre hommage à NFT Paris parce que pendant plusieurs années, alors je pense que c'était la 5e édition, si je compte bien, qui devait avoir lieu cette année. Et en fait, justement, ils ont réussi le tour de force de non seulement créer un événement qui était assez, assez impressionnant, en essayant à chaque fois de se renouveler, mais surtout, la période de NFT Paris permettait justement à l'écosystème à faire venir des gens du monde entier à Paris pour l'événement principal, mais surtout aussi pour toutes sortes de side events. Et je voulais en même temps remercier nos invités parce que ils font perdurer justement un petit peu cette tradition en faisant ces événements à ce moment-là et en maintenant surtout parce que je pense qu'il y aura quand même pas mal de gens qui vont quand même venir à Paris à cette période et voilà, donc il y aura quand même des choses à faire même s'il n'y a pas l'événement principal. Donc bravo. Et en plus, de nos invités, je voulais juste rajouter 2 autres expositions qui valent quand même le coup d'œil. Une se déroule à la Galerie Charlot, à la Galerie Charlot avec Anne-Sara Lemeur. C'est une artiste digitale, mais c'est avant les NFT, donc c'est une pionnière de l'art digital. Donc ça vaut vraiment le coup d'aller voir. C'est pas très loin de Artverse en plus. Et il y a également à la Galerie Julie Carreda, il y a Anne Aurel qu'on a déjà reçue. Mais là, c'est plus c'est des impressions c'est des impressions de son travail, mais ça, pareil, ça vaut quand même le coup d'œil, à mon avis.
Très bien.
C'était
Ok,
la
merci.
petite parenthèse.
Merci Rem de compléter ce programme et on va faire un petit résumé
Ouais,
qu'est-ce qui se
on
passe,
mettra les adresses, etc.
qu'est-ce qui se passe et quand justement cette semaine à Paris. Okay, do we have okay, I just would like, I think, that's, okay, we had a beginning of the year uh, full of what we could interpret like a bad news, I would say, in the space, even if it's a bad news or good news. I was actually with you, Vandalo, also in Palo Alto last week, actually, and with you, Seb. Actually, it's half of the room there was in Palo Alto last week, so we're still there, and enjoyed the crazy opening of the Node Foundation, and we talked about it also with 100 Collector last Friday. But in the same time, we had the Nifty Gateway shut down, the NFT Paris shut down. This is just for January. NFT Paris, Nifty Gateway, Art Foundation / Rodeo takeover by Black Dove, or transition at least. Plus now all this crypto crash stuff. That's I know that some people talk about capitulation. Some people are a bit like under everything right now, and so I just wanted to get some just get your views and maybe some positive message to each of you. Maybe Jonas, you want to start?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'm completely agree with you, John. It was an intense beginning of the year, but we are still here. We're all still here, and there is so many good things to do all together. I'm pretty sure of it. There is a lot of very talented artists working day by day to keep pushing on the digital art, and yes, I mean, of course, it's not gonna stop. We will be sure that everything's gonna be keep going, and we don't want that negativity all around the digital art. We are here to push it, to work with the artists, to work with all the ecosystem. And I'm sure that's why I think, like, you know, we hold here the actors of digital art here in France and even in Europe. So now it's all about us to take it, to embrace it, and to work all together. I mean, we are very fan of Sebastian works, and you know, so we want to be on the same we want to go all on the same direction, and I'm sure that this is the only way to stay on to rise the powerful of digital art. So that's going to be my message for this morning.
Sorry, I was on mute also. So yeah, being together, yeah. Okay, Vandalo, I think you have. I'm pretty sure you have something to say about the space right now.
Yeah, sure. I think maybe Sebastian, I saw you turned on your mic. Maybe you wanted to reply to what was said. I don't know if you wanted to say something. I don't want to jump in.
All right, I'll jump. Well, I think it's definitely an interesting moment in the space. We're seeing like a shift of interest around the technology, blockchain and crypto in general, more on the institutional side, which means like we're seeing a lot of business happening around stablecoin, banking, custody, treasury yields, DeFi, and things that in a way are a little bit less interesting for retail, consumer, and the culture side. And there was an earlier event that John organized, which is non-fungible leaders, but it's been reflective of like what I saw for the past 6 months in the industry. Like those are fully crowded events. And on the other side, like everything that was around like culture with meme coin, digital art, etc., has got less, and even gaming has got lesser attention. That doesn't mean we shouldn't stay resilient. So like you said, Jonas, like when there is less noise, when there is less attention, it's also a good time to refocus, to build or to design, to create something that's going to stay relevant and meaningful. It's also a good way to also do that in a way like cleaning among all the so-called artists or AI artists versus the real one that are like institution or museum level. And galleries like Danae, Artverse, curators, artists, they play an important role as well into like continuing to show that our space is a serious one. The technology matters, and the artists that stay and that will continue to be relevant, they are the one that hopefully in 10 or more years you will continue to see at bigger places like Pompidou, MoMA, and LACMA, and other places. So both Danae, Artverse, and other galleries like Avant-Garde, etc., are playing a role here to discover those artists that are now into their emerging phase, to educate the sector, that's still important, to readjust the perception we can have around like the value of their work. It was not a speculative market. It's a market that's basically conditioned by pretty much the same rules as traditional art and other culture-related markets. And we are here with a bigger mission than just surf the wave of the peak when the money is there. So like when you see we're here and resilient, I hope like people who listen to us can trust that our mission is authentic. It's been genuine since the beginning, and we continue to be here.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, because I thought that there was a direct response. But okay, so for me, I can say for sure that the branding of Web3 digital art associated to NFT, I think everybody who's been organizing events or shows and has been trying to branch out of our own bubble has seen that there is a lot of friction, and that's because simply being a decentralized movement, there isn't really a way to control the brand and do some damage repair, and there's been a lot of damage done in terms of public opinion of what NFTs and digital art are. So that's unfortunate. And for example, for me, I used to do events called NFT community conference in Italy, I had to remove the NFT branding. The moment I switched from NFT community conference to Rome New Media Week, a whole sea of opportunities started to come from me. That's when I realized that Web3, blockchain art, especially if it's art that inspires about the medium of blockchain, has a lot of space right now. A lot of space maybe we're not realizing. There's a lot of other international digital art communities and when I say digital art communities, I don't mean Web3 communities. I mean like literally communities that we have not tapped in, businesses that we've not tapped in, that are interested but they don't know, they're not connected to us in terms of blockchain art mediums. And it is really, it is perceived as a new media art form. So when presented within that context, I've seen a lot of galleries here in Italy, a lot of new media art studios fully embracing it, being curious, and actually coming from a place where they were curious, but they were misinformed. So I cannot speak really much about the market, and I respect anybody who deals with NFT collecting as a form of investing or as a form of flipping or speculation. But me, I collect the Art Gnome way, which is the Jason Bailey Art Gnome way, which is I buy what I like for what I can afford, and then I'm happy to hold to zero. So if it goes to zero, I'm still happy. So as well for the market, if you believe in it and if you just want to be participatory in it, at the end of the day, if you don't make it like your main speculation or your main financial instrument, I think you diversify or you understand it as one tool within a broader universe of tools that you can use, then it definitely makes you less exposed to all this market movement that sometimes is very dramatic. But yeah, definitely I would say that as long as there are artists that inspire, they make art that inspire about the medium, there is a lot of space, in my opinion. Culturally, I can tell you there is a lot of space. A lot of galleries are interested. There's so many galleries that you don't know that want to start helping their artists make NFTs. They want to talk to their collectors about collecting digital art. And so when there is this type of opportunity out there, for me, the only thing I see is just it's a market issue, because it's a cultural movement that is so tied to this economical medium that makes it inevitable for us to see it connected. But in terms of culture, in terms of interest from the market, I mean, not the market, but like the businesses, the reality of galleries and new media studios, they are excited. They want to play with it. They want to experiment. They want to know us. They don't know us. Like, we think we're such a big Web3 art community that we have done so much effort to be everywhere. We haven't. We really haven't. I think that one of the biggest issues that we had is that we really couldn't escape our own Web3 bubble, and we just kept talking to ourselves over and over and over and over and over, trying to cater to the same audience over and over and over. And I think everybody was always talking about, yeah, we're trying to onboard, we're trying to... But to be honest, at least for me in Italy, like every day that I am active trying to produce this festival, going around meeting new people, I meet every month a new curator, a new gallerist, a new collector that's interesting but did not have an entry point. So to be honest, how can I be pessimistic? If I was going around and people will tell me, go away, what is this? This is a scam. So maybe they do at the beginning, but then, you show them 2-3 artists that are using the medium in an inspiring way. And this is why we need artists that use the medium in an inspiring way, because they're the perfect example to bring to these people who maybe are interested, but they're misinformed, right? So you're able to present a couple of artists and they go like, okay, now I understand. Of course, this is interesting. And this has been my experience so far in the past 3 years. If there is friction, you show the right example of an inspired artist, and everybody goes like, okay, now I understand, this is interesting. So I cannot be pessimistic in this type of environments, to be honest. I can't.
But if I can just go back on what you said, the thing is as well, we need to work with institution. That's going to be a key point as well, because we need to bring the public institution. I mean, when I say institution, I'm talking about the public institution. We need to bring them into the loop. We need to show them that digital art is part of traditional art. And that's why it's also an interesting work to be in touch with the Ministère de la Culture, with the big museum, to be sure that they're all going to be concerned as well about the topics, and we need to work on it as well. I think that's also a key point to be sure that we all gonna be going in the
but
good path.
I guess you agree with me that the entry point for that conversation is not NFTs is the medium that allows your digital art to be purchasable. Because if it's just that, I don't think it's hitting the spot.
Exactly. That's
So
for sure.
what's hitting the spot is an artist that using the blockchain in an inspired way. Smart contract art, or if it's not smart contract art, it's networked art. It's artists who have been able to rise from the internet through, virality fame or through community fame, and have
Yes.
been able to rally their community into supporting the releases. And through those releases, to the money they made, they were able to build something meaningful, finance something meaningful. Like these are inspired cases. Truly.
So you're starting to see a shift between like the digital twin or the toward like more like the blockchain as a medium. So whether it is like the network and the history of transaction and build it through it, or the fact that it's going to evolve based on like Oracle and external data. That's
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's a big
there is not
yeah.
one single collector or gallery or new media art studio that I've been speaking to that when you present them these inspired examples, they don't see it as a new media art form. And for them, it's better like this because it's not like they see it as, oh, it's one of these things from the NFT bubble world. No, this is truly a new media art work. This is already traditional in a way. Like this is already part of the traditional art world. They immediately change the code and they immediately see it in a different way. They feel like it's part of their culture already. It's just that they were not aware of it, but it was already in their dictionary, let's say.
No, that's very okay. That's very positive, and this is what I wanted to hear. Also, thank you, Vandalo, and for this opening, and thank you to all of you. And so, yeah, I really just to continue this conversation, I just invite you to, if you not have planned to go to Paris, it's not too late. You can go to Paris and take a ticket, to be there from Wednesday, for example, and of course, you can. Otherwise, you will be able to follow online, what's happening in Paris. But just reminder about the key dates for what we talked about, and we will summarize it. Wednesday afternoon, panels from 3 p.m. Artverse, and you can discover the Korean lunar event. Exactly.
Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year, exactly. Plus Seb collection discovery in the evening, and that's something, Seb and Arthur collection actually. You can go at the opening of Vandalo at the Avant Gallery. It's gonna be also Wednesday the 4th at 6 p.m. and then the show is running until February 20. Am I right? Yeah. Then enjoy the party hours, and if you want to go and then meet Marlene also, who's a new curator at Danae, and meet also Jonas and Rachel and Margot and all the team. You can be there. Go to Danae on the 5th of February in the evening. Contact them before because it's a small list only event, private. And if you want to go back to Adverse, there is a Bonk exhibition show, so Art on Solana, that will happen from Thursday to Saturday. And finally, Rem mentioned the two other things, that will happen also.
Galerie Charlot et Galerie Julie Carreda.
Galerie Charlot, Galerie Julie Carreda. Everything will be summarized, and I'm pretty sure that now that we did this morning, a few more people may reach out to us and say, oh, we have this show happening and we are doing this. So, the more we have, the better it is. Plus on est de fou, plus on rit. So I just wanted to thank you, everybody, to tell you that we're here and we will continue to talk about this new form of art all along the days, all along the week. And actually, we will have our next show on Wednesday, actually, Rem, with a guest also who have a project, and I think we'll talk about news also and how things are going there. So, merci tout le monde.
Merci à vous, merci à
Si.
vous, merci à tout le monde. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Have a great week. And what else can we say? Good
Enjoy the
morning.
weather.
Morning. Happy.